Okay, one more? Yes, please.
How did you go about your publishing process? Like how you first published your book?
I sent out my poems, to journals and started trying to place some poems there. And I felt, that it was important when I was ready. But I don't mean to say, I say this quite sincerely too. Don't rush publication, write, and send some things out to magazines and journals. And if you get some encouraging feedback and you have enough for a book, sure, there are a lot of contests. That's the way to, I guess, get started. Sometimes they can be daunting too, and I have mixed feelings about those entry fees. But I mean, if you are ready to say, all right, I want a book is a thing, and someone has to print it, and it has a price and all that. So I guess we have to enter into the game. And I think maybe there's others who can speak even more wisely on this, but getting like one of those poets and writers magazines and looking at, the trade. Now you're in the trade of making books. But I would, if you feel you have a good book, I would probably show it to some trusted friends or a teacher at the attic or something. And then if they say, like, hey, I think you got a book here, I would probably, start sending it out to reliable contests. Pauline, could you add to that, please?
That's a tough one.
I know it is.
Yeah, because but I understand what you mean about the contests, because when I entered them and wrote those $20,
Yeah.
$15, $25 checks, I realized that my chances of winning were slim. But I also figured those checks were, that money would go to support the publication
Okay.
of a good book of poetry, regardless.
Right.
And it was a way to be in that process,
Yeah.
in that flow. And
Yeah.
of course, you never know exactly what's going to happen. Something
Right.
good might happen, but
Right.
As the Irish say, if you're not in, you can't win.
That's really true. Yeah, can you add to that, please? Thank you.
If you're going to do the contest route, look for contests that give you a subscription
Yeah,
in return for your entry fee.
that's right.
That's a good trade.
Yeah. And one other thing, I really think, this is one of the advantages of an MFA program, too, or a program in writing, is that there are contacts, and sometimes contacts can be useful.
Of course.
Let's face it, having someone just give you a read, not someone do you like a favor that you don't deserve, but just give you a fair read. That's all I ever ask for when I send in my poems. And I know I don't get it sometimes. You think I can get a fair read at the New Yorker? No. Maybe someday I will. But that's all I would ever ask for, is for someone to give it a read. And sometimes knowing somebody at a press can make the difference.
Right.
So I wish you the very best of luck, too. And there is something to that. Phil?
Yeah, also, the big problem is that there are lots of people writing books and very few places to publish them. Even small presses are disappearing. So I think one of the really hopeful organizations is Airly Press.
Yes.
Which is kind of a cooperative group of people who are publishing each other's books, but they all work together to make the press
Yes,
work.
Airly
And
Press. Look them up.
I think that's possibly a model for the future.
I think so. Yeah, and I think things are really going to change radically. With a lot of people printing is easy to do now. People are designing books at home, and they can be just printed at a print shop. And so maybe we'll see a blossoming of these cooperative presses, and poetry will live. You write good poems, they'll get published. So, okay, I've got a break here.
Right, thank you.
This is great.
Thank you. Thank you.